Hey everyone, how we doing today? This is James Sweeney, aka SplitSuit, and today I want to show off our brand new fold equity calculator. This is free on our site at redchippoker.com/fold equity calculator hyphens in between. I'll leave a link for that in the description box. But ultimately I want to show you how to use this awesome piece of software. It's very powerful when you're doing off-table analysis, and thus I want to show you how to use it. And as with most poker tools, I think it's going to be easiest to learn how to use it by actually looking at a real example. So let's take this hand. We have ace-9 suited. It folds around. There's an open. We 3-bet. End up getting called. Go here. He decides to check. We bet. He check raises. And we're debating whether or not we want to shove. Now this is exactly what the fold equity calculator was made for, deciding whether or not this shove is going to be good or not so good. So what do? So let's start by pulling out the free fold equity calculator, and the great thing about this calculator is that you only need 4 numbers in order to get an answer. So it makes it pretty simple to use. And 2 quick notes. 1, you don't need to use any symbols like dollar signs, pound signs, percent signs, or anything like that. And then 2 is that you don't need to even worry about decimals. Just round everything either up or down and make things a little bit easier on yourself. So first and foremost, what's the pot size before we shove? We see it's 22.75, so we're just going to round that up to 23. How much do we have to call? Well, in this situation, he check raised to 10.25. That's 5.5 more, and we'll just round that up to 6. How much are we shoving for total? Well, in this situation, if we're going to shove, we're going to have to put in another 45.26, so we'll just round that down to 45. And last but not least, we need our estimated equity. And in this situation, what we can do is pull out a equity calculator. I'm just going to use the free one called Equilab. If you don't already have it, I would definitely suggest picking it up. And we just need to plug in the board, which you already did down here, plug in our hand, which you already did up here, and now we just need to plug in a range. So this is going to be the range of hands that we think that if we shove, he's going to continue with. So essentially what our equity is against the worst case scenario when we do end up getting called. So in this situation, I think it's pretty fair to say that 8s is going to be worst case, 10s is going to be worst case. I'm going to give him any 10. And you may disagree with this range, but this is just the range that I'm going to assign for the time being. And then I'm also going to give some things like big flush draws. So I'm going to do a suit selection and just going to throw in all these suited hands that I think make some sense. Suit selection, diamonds, okay, evaluate. And you notice that at this point we have about 41% equity. Again, we don't need to use any percent signs. And you notice down here that it tells us exactly what our answer is. So if villain folds 5% of the time, this is a break-even shove. If he folds more than 5%, it's plus EV. If he folds less than 5%, it's negative EV. Very simple, right? And to be honest, that's it. That's what a fold equity calculator is. It gives you a great idea to see, okay, how often do I need villain to fold in this situation? In this spot, we only need 5% of folds to break even. So my question would be, okay, does villain 41 ever check raise ace king and then like check raise fold if we shove? What about ace queen or king queen? Maybe pocket 3s he gets a little frisky with, that sort of thing. And if the answer is yes, even just a small percentage of the time, then I think this is definitely going to be a good shove. So when you're using a fold equity calculator, again, plug in all the numbers, don't use any symbols or anything like that, they're unnecessary, round up or down accordingly just for simplification. And as far as a tip that I can give for using a fold equity calculator is go through and explore. Look and see, okay, what if I thought villain 41 stack off range looked a little bit different? What if the stack sizes were a little bit deeper? How does that look? And the more exploration you have with a fold equity calculator, the better and better your semi-bluff shoving game is going to be, and that's going to help you a ton as you start playing draws more and more aggressively. So now you know how to use our free fold equity calculator. Again, you can find that at redchippoker.com. If you have any questions on how to use this tool or you find any issues, don't hesitate to let us know. Either leave a comment down below or mention it in the forums. We'd be happy to check it out. And if you find anything really cool with a fold equity calculator, don't hesitate to share it. I'm a huge nerd. I love this kind of stuff. And if you're into exploring as well, let me know. I'd be happy to check it out. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. If you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, good luck out there and happy grinding.